Okay, what's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Make sure you turn my notification bell on. Leave any comments. If you leave something disrespectful or rude, I'm just going to delete it and block you. I don't go back and forth with people. I don't do none of that. These videos is just for informational purposes only. So let's get straight into it. So Los Angeles to me is short for Los Angels. As you all can see, I highlighted it. Los Angels, same thing as fallen angels. If you all are subscribed to anybody's YouTube channel, like, be careful what you feed in your brain. You know, people like to say, oh, this is not real. Oh, that's not going on. People that's not talking about, like, if people not talking about AI, the mark of the beast, which is going to be that chip and digital currency mixed together. If they're not talking about AI, the mark of the beast, and how they trying to mix our DNA with artificial intelligence to make us like them, don't feed into it, because that's what's going on right now. And it is Nephilims and fallen angels out here controlling the world, all in the media. And if people not talking about that, don't feed into it, because it's all a distraction. It's a spiritual war going on. It's forces that we can't see that's fighting, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And if you are feeding into like all that fake Barbie, Nicki Minaj against Cardi B stuff, and they're made from like the same vessel, they're literally like the same person. If you feed into all that, you already kind of have that mark, which is the mark of the beast. And I'm gonna talk about that later. So fallen angels was with Satan. They got kicked out of heaven. 1/3 of Satan and his fallen angels got kicked out of heaven, and they're in the world, literally in the world, you know. And people need to ask themselves, like, where's these fallen angels at? Because they're literally out here. And back then, the fallen angels end up having sex or whatever, relationships with the children of Israel, which was the human beings that was literally on the earth. They had sex and they end up creating these demonic bloodline, okay? And the bloodline is mixed with human bloodline and is mixed with that Satan bloodline, okay? And they literally was out there back then. And when Ahaya, which is the Most High, he flooded the earth, they literally still out here, you know. The fallen angels and the Nephilims. The Nephilims are giants. They're literally like really, really big. A lot of Nephilims are like playing basketball, you know. That's where a lot of Nephilims are at. They disguise themselves, because come on now, like, just think about it. We look at basketball players like, oh, they really tall, they play basketball, they're really tall, they have to play basketball. But we don't look at it like they have to play basketball because they're so tall, to where like that's the only thing they really could do, you know. So you just gotta look at stuff like deeper, you know, because they took the book of Enoch out the Bible so people wouldn't even know about the future and won't even have the information to even question it. But you still could like go buy the book off Amazon, and it's websites to where you could still get the book. So I advise anybody to like really read the book of Enoch, because you will be able to understand the fallen angels better. And as you all can see right here, I think it was another picture on here that I put, but how the AI is already taking over a lot of jobs. And Elon Musk even admitted, like, people is gonna have to get the Neuralink, the chip inside of them, to even be able to compete with artificial intelligent robots. Okay, so you know, I just had to let you all know. I had to give you all that information to be able to really do this video, and so you all can understand what's going on. Like I always say, your enemy is not the person next to you. Your enemy is these people that's higher up. You know, everything that you read, everything that you see, it's all fake. It's a stage. It's scripts. And they put so much into trying to keep us distracted. And that should let you all know how powerful we really are, because they do so much. Like, they do so much dumb stuff and create so much fake stuff to keep us distracted, so we wouldn't really know what's going on in the world. So, you know, but you want to stay asleep, that's on you. So Angel Reese, let's get into it. Her name literally has angel in it, letting you know that she's a fallen angel or a Nephilim. A Nephilim is literally just a kid of the fallen angel mixed with that human bloodline and that satanic bloodline, which created the Nephilims, these giants. As you all can see, she got the angel wings behind her. Everything they do is scripted and staged, even with the colors. Orange equals 33. 33 equals Freemasonry. Freemasonry is nothing but a secret society that worships the devil in disguise. Okay, so talk about that on every video. Okay, right here I zoomed in on her eyes. I always tell you all, look at these people's eyes, you know. You can look at their eyes. They have these soulless eyes that just look like they're not like a regular human person, you know. You can look at their eyes and see you know, evil. And like, it's funny because like with these Nephilims and fallen angels and stuff out here, they try to make it seem like they're good and they're innocent, but all you have to do is look at their eyes and that should tell it all. You know, a lot of people are just spiritually blind. And it's funny because they try and use lust and use like their looks as a way to keep people from seeing who they really is. And a lot of men fall for it. And men fall for it literally in everyday world. You know, they fall for lust before they even really get to know a woman and be like, oh, she ain't nothing. But, you know, you fell for lust. So you was following out the lust and couldn't even see that she wasn't nothing. So, you know, so she's 6'3", and that just goes back into like the giants, the Nephilims, because they were really tall. You know what I'm saying? So another thing that I want to talk about is I highlighted it on these pictures. It's this femininity, pushing women, empowering women. We're in a new world order, so that's why they're doing that. That's a part of the new world order. You know, now it's time to exploit women, you know, and a lot of y'all women, you need to be careful trying to fall into this femininity, empower women stuff, because y'all hyping yourself up, y'all hyping women up, and y'all throwing the man down. And what's going on is the women are being masculine and being in the front, and the men are being feminized and being in the back, and it's not supposed to be like that. It's the opposite, you know. So brown man, black man been targeted so long, and now black men been targeted so long from the government, and now they're using our own people, which is women, to put down men also. And you all gonna see in the future, y'all gonna see in the future with y'all kids and everything, how confused they're gonna be and how it's not gonna be no order, because it's already happening. So right here on this picture, it's like the two sides. It's like the wings, which goes back to the fallen angels. Everything they do is scripted, you know what I'm saying? In the pink, blue, and white, which also goes into that train station, you know. A lot of these celebrities that's on the main stage right now are inverted. They're women and men at the same time. And she was on the stairs on that picture. And it goes back to Freemasonry, because they have to, you know, go up on the stairs to reach the next level and in a lodge, all that weird stuff. Talked about that on my King Von video. Make sure y'all go watch that. So Angel Reese, her name matches up with Nephilim, with the 46, Not a Human, A Slow Death, and Joe E. Brown, and Confusion. So as you all can see, I all match up with 46. So one thing I want to talk about is the confusion. The reason why I match up with Confusion, because it's going to confuse a lot of people, especially little kids. This character is one of those characters to help confuse the kids, which is that new world order stuff. Girls are going to be confused. Boys are going to be confused about what they are. You know, it's going to become so normal. Girls are going to be girly girls, but saying they're GAY, which is already happening. Girls is going to be dykes, saying that they're, like, it's just going to be very, very confusing. And men are going to be dressed like women, saying that they're straight, carrying purses. So that's why it adds up to that, because this character is one of those characters that's pushing that, you know. And that's what a lot of these fallen angels do. They push sin. They're very disgusting, and they push sin. That's all they push, so we could be like them. And they push sin so much to the point of where it's normal. So you would think that, oh yeah, this is just who I am, this is what it is. But in all actuality, it's not normal, and it's sin, you know. It's demons, and that's what they are, you know. So that's why they push what they are on us, if that makes sense. Even right here, she's pushing a race war. You know, the race war is something that they love to push, the brown against the white, you know. They love pushing a race war. They have to keep pushing race wars because people will never see who the real enemy is. So if you keep thinking like, oh, white people is the enemy, then you will never even be able to see who the real enemy is. So they love pushing race wars. That's their favorite thing to do. And another thing they love to do is this right here, is boasting, bragging, and showing off. And a lot of regular people have taken on this sin and this trait, and this is the most disgusting thing to do. And I even had to realize how disgusting it was. And honestly, y'all, I didn't realize how disgusting it was until like I literally deleted all my social media accounts. Now this is disgusting because it's so many less fortunate people out here that don't even know how to drive, that don't even have a car, that's looking up to her and idolizing her. Idolizing is another bad sin, you know what I'm saying? And nobody should be showing off nothing that they have. because none of materialistic stuff don't mean nothing. So it don't matter if you worked hard for it, none of that. You shouldn't be showing off nothing that you have. None of it, you know, and it's just disgusting. Right here, she got the swimsuit on and she's throwing up to 6. And another thing with this character is, another thing she pushed is that whole YOLO life. Like, you only live once, you could do whatever you want, you could dress however you want. And she's pushing that on y'all kids, you know, on y'all kids. And like I said, they love to push disgusting stuff. No, you cannot dress the way you want. You know, you shouldn't be out here dressing half naked. And no, you cannot do whatever you want and say whatever you want. They could do that because they're puppets, you know. But us regular people, we can't do that. And, you know, if you're a parent, you know, you teach your kids. You should be teaching your kids. No, you cannot say whatever you want. You could end up in a lot of trouble for doing stuff like that. Yes, you should stand up for yourself, but no, you should not just be out here being disrespectful. No, you should not be out here just wearing whatever you want to wear. No, it doesn't work like that. So I zoomed in on her eyes because I told y'all they have these soulless eyes. Like, they look so soulless. And if you all stop looking at people's body and the stuff that they have, if you all stop looking at money, materialistic stuff, the stuff that people have in clout, you all will be able to really, a lot of people are spiritually blind because they look at materialistic stuff. They looking at money. They're looking at likes, followers, and clout, and they're looking at lust, and they're spiritually blind. They can't see anything out of that, and that's a real scary place to be. That's kind of why I make these videos, to try and like allow people to like open their eyes up to see what's really going on. But like I said, we don't go against each other, you know. Like I say, I always say, like, we're the tribe of Israel. We're God's chosen people. So if it takes you to delete all your social medias to be able to see what's going on, then do it. You know, it's a really scary time to be living in. You know, I was watching a YouTube video the other day, and a man was talking about how we're really in the judgment days. We're in Revelations. We're in the end times. So it's a real scary place to be spiritually blind because, you know, these people aren't hiding who they are no more. They're showing it. They're letting us know who they are. And the scariest place to be is to be following after them and be stuck in so much sin, you know, to be stuck with so many demons on you and to think that it's okay and it's normal, because it's not, you know. And it's sad to say, but what I said earlier is the mark of the beast is the chip, okay? And it's digital currency. And the mark of the beast is literally the mark of the beast. And the beast is Satan. So these people are the devil minions. You know, they're fallen angels and Nephilims. They got kicked out of heaven. So if you're following after them and you're idolizing them, like people that's crazy over Beyonce and that's Barbs and all that crazy stuff, you already mentally have the mark. You already mentally have the mark. And that's why they keep creating these characters and putting them in the spotlight. And they create them to keep people on them so people could continue to have that mark. You have to snap out of it. That's the matrix. That's living in the matrix. Once you see stuff for what it is, you know, the best thing I say to do is just delete your social medias and just watch videos that's giving you knowledge and, you know, about the Bible and stuff like that and stuff that's going on in the world. That's the best thing to do. Don't feed your brain all these gossip channels and stuff like that, because you're going to continue to be spiritually blind. But make sure y'all subscribe to my channel, turn my notification bell on. If you have any questions, comment below, and peace out.